Welcome back. All right, so put down the Egg McMuffin. Stay away from that bacon. Yes, I'm sorry, but you did hear me correctly. It is not so much that they're fattening, it's that those foods contain animal products. And according to my next guest, if you throw out the meat and the dairy and you eat vegan, you could cure what ails you, even diabetes. Dr. Daniel Nadeau specializes in diabetes and is joining me now. Good morning, doctor.
Yes, good morning, Randy.
So this is a fascinating conversation. I've been looking forward to this. You're well known for your book, The Color Code, but your new book, which isn't even out yet, suggests a vegan diet to your patients. How does this actually work to help control diabetes?
Well, worldwide, both people young and old are developing diabetes at an alarming rate. And a vegan diet can help people turn their lives around. I have seen in my own practice that real change in diet makes real difference in terms of diabetes control, helping people control their weight and getting onto a healthy life.
You have some very specific tips for a vegan lifestyle, because a lot of people might not know exactly what it includes, but one of the things that you say is to include plenty of healthy plant-based proteins in the diet, from beans to nuts, seeds, and that you should avoid red meat. And that plant proteins are best. Why are plant proteins actually better than meat?
Well, plants have within them phytonutrients that help to protect the body from the inflammation that people with diabetes suffer from. And so one way of including more plants in your diet is to follow a vegan diet. One thing that people should not do is eat red meat. It's been shown that even 3 ounces of red meat per day can significantly increase the risk of developing and worsening of diabetes.
And
so it's a real issue.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And also, I think the idea of eating lots of fruits and vegetables, trying to get up to 8 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, try to eat a rainbow of colors every day. That would include, your mother always told you, eat your greens, but also eat your reds, your blues, your oranges, and your yellows every day.
I know you're a big fan of
colors.
You're a big fan of the berries. Why are berries so important? I mean, I know they're low in sugar. That's a good thing, right?
Well, it turns out that berries are very potent antioxidants. In fact, of all the fresh foods ever tested, wild blueberries are the highest in terms of their antioxidant benefits. And to start every day with, for example, a blueberry smoothie is just awesome. And you can throw in other high antioxidant foods like everything from like cocoa nibs to a little spinach in there. Sounds a little crazy, but just combining different antioxidants, it turns out that you get the most benefit if the food hasn't actually been cooked in general. If you're eating it fresh and you're getting those antioxidants into your body, it's a great way to just coat your body and protect yourself from the insults that you have through the day. And people with diabetes, with their high blood sugars and the oxidative damage that's occurring, they benefit especially from having these brightly colored fruits and vegetables throughout the day.
And you also suggest drinking water, coffee, tea, but only using the sweeteners such as stevia, right, or xylitol. I mean, some people actually may argue that those aren't, that those sweeteners, they're not so healthy. So what do you say to those folks?
Oh, well, stevia is an all-natural product. It's from a little plant in Peru, and also the sugar alcohols are quite healthy as well, like xylitol, erythritol, and so on. Like Truvia is on the market now. That's stevia plus erythritol. I see that as a healthy sweetener and not chemically derived. Xylitol, for example, was derived from the bark of birch trees, and it's a healthy product.
Let me ask you this, because a lot of people, for them, it might be too extreme to go vegan. So would a vegetarian diet, which isn't as strict as a vegan diet, where you can eat, maybe a little bit of fish or maybe even some dairy, would that help too?
I think you're absolutely right, Randy. I mean, having some fish from time to time or a few times a week is not a bad idea. I do try to get people to stay away from dairy products. I mean, milk to me was designed to make a cow go from 80 pounds to 1,000 pounds during the course of a year. Then you concentrate in the form of cheese. And people who eat a lot of cheese and a diet high in dairy products, I find, will often be having a hard time controlling their weight. So I try to get people to move away from, I say vegan, mainly to try to get people to consider the dairy products in their diet and try to reduce those it's better for them to be eating plant-derived foods, you know, the things that we've mentioned, the berries and the beans and the legumes and the whole grains and so on. Even having 2 or 3 servings of whole grains per day can reduce the risk of diabetes by about 30%.
Yeah, and even if you don't have diabetes, I would recommend, I'm sure you'll agree with me, just eating that way in general, right? It's healthier, good for you, gives you more energy.
Absolutely, Randy. Absolutely. I think the point is that some people like to say, well, there's a diet for people with diabetes, but I would argue there's really only one diet. There's a healthy diet that all of us should try and follow.
All right.